Thursday, the 2nd of June 2011. Chris Reardon with today's United Kingdom talk. Now don't forget, the best way to watch the show now is to subscribe on my YouTube videos, okay? My YouTube username is all one word, Chris Reardon UK. Chris Reardon UK is my YouTube username. Subscribe to that, Chris Reardon UK, and you get the videos as and when they're done, alright? Well, regular viewers will know that I have recently, only just a few days ago, been to my niece's wedding. Yeah, Tracy and her boyfriend and now husband have got married. Tracy and Ben. And they are away on honeymoon in Cyprus. Now, there's a place I've never been. Cyprus. Have you been there? What's it like? Can someone please tell me what Cyprus is like as a holiday? Especially at this time of the year. I'm presuming it's going to be rather hot there. Although, one has to say, it's very, very nice here in the UK at the moment. We are just starting on a heat wave. Although a heat wave in the UK usually means around about 75 to 80 degrees. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a heat wave in Australia when it's like 120. No, I'm afraid not. About 70 or 80. And it's very, very pleasant out here at the moment. Anyway, so the wedding went extremely well. My best friend Ron took me up there in his very posh convertible BMW, which he allowed me to drive. He actually asks me if I want to drive, and I don't like driving it. I'm sorry, I've said this before. It's a beautiful car, looks beautiful. One of the most uncomfortable cars I've ever sat in my entire life. Don't like it. Don't feel comfortable driving it. Don't really like anything about that car. But it's not mine, so that doesn't matter, does it? You know, not my cup of tea. I'd much rather be in my little Toyota Aygo, which is way to go. Remember I said to you there was a service? Yeah, well it needs, I don't know if I told you this on the last, oh the cat's here now, just a minute. Come on then. She has to make an appearance, doesn't she? Yeah. Alright, happy now? Are you happy now? No, I'm not holding her here. It's not like those Blue Peter cats. We used to have this kids programme, called, well it's still on here, called Blue Peter. And they had cats. And always at the beginning of the programme, the cats would appear. And you could see they were being held down. And as soon as the presenter started talking, they'd be off. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, back to the wedding. Yeah, so Ron took us up there. We checked in on Friday afternoon to the Golf Hotel, which is nice. I recommend that one, the Golf Hotel. Very nice indeed. And so much better than that hotel we stayed at just about 6 or 7 weeks ago now for my nephew's wedding, because they've both got married in sort of, you know, month and a half apart. My nephew's wedding, and we stayed at the Woodhall Spa Hotel, and I'm sorry, I can't recommend that. Can't recommend that. The worst part, it was just, I don't know, it looked like it had been updated and done on the cheap. The worst part of it was the showers. The showers just didn't pump out the water. It was more of a, well, it was a bit more than a dribble, but not much. You know what I mean? However, in the Golf Hotel, all was very nice, run by a lady called Mrs. Patel, and it's beautiful grounds, really very nice hotel, lovely breakfast in the morning, can't complain about that one. Was it dear? Let me think, 2 nights cost us £220, so it's about £110 a night, for 2 that is, that's a double room, well I say a twin room. Okay. The only thing is, the beds were single ones. You know, so we both had a single. Well, I like a double bed, don't you? I'm sure most of the American hotels and that, they're all double beds, aren't they? You ever been on holiday to America? You go to a hotel there. I don't think I've ever had a single bed if I've gone on holiday to like Florida or somewhere like that. So we were, you know, we were hoping there were 2 double beds, but there were 2 single beds. And I don't know about you, I have terrible trouble sleeping in a single bed. Do you? Once you've gone into great big bed, you know, on your own, in a double bed, and you're stretched out like that, you know, if you're a cat lover, maybe if you're cat, and you're not allergic to the cat, unlike me, then you've got your cat on one edge of the bed, haven't you, and you're on the other, oh, and it's all marvellous. Anyway, so the Golf Hotel, yes, very nice indeed, we checked in there. On the Friday night, and all my relatives were arriving. There was Cousin Helen, Uncle Terry, Auntie Marion, let's think, Cousin Susan, Brenda, Cousin Stephen, and his 2 little girls. And it was really quite a nice, you know, family get-together. Very nice indeed. The Friday night, we popped into the local pub where my niece works, incidentally. Oh, look, there's a ladybird. There's a ladybird on my cat. You see, look at it, it's a ladybird. Oh, it's gone. Never kill a ladybird, they're very good. They eat all those nasty green flies. Unfortunately, they don't eat squirrels. Although squirrels do now seem to be giving my home a bit of a long, wide berth. I don't know why that is. I think the squirrels have been speaking to each other, and they know that this is a dangerous house for squirrels. Anyway, back to the subject. So we went into the pub. Everyone was in there, including my nephew, Jimmy. Jimmy, who's 14 years old. Always a pleasure to see Jimmy. And went to bed sort of about 12 o'clock, went back to the hotel about 12 o'clock. I had terrible trouble sleeping, as I always do when I'm away. But Ron reckons that's because my sort of normal bedtime is about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. See? And when you're on holiday, you tend to go to bed early. Well, I do anyway. I go to bed earlier, sort of at 12 o'clock. So for the first hour, well, for the first 3.5 hours, I'm up and down. For some reason, I must have gone to the toilet 10 times in 3 hours. I think it was just a case of being bored in bed. You know, you're looking for something to do. What else can you do? You know, get up and go to the toilet, or make a cup of tea, or put the telly on. I did put the telly on very, very quietly. He seemed to be fast asleep. I have to say, my friend does make some strange noises in his sleep, like whistling noises. And he was doing that, you know, when they're asleep, and if you sleep in the same room, or indeed with someone, you'll know that bit where they start holding their breath. Have you ever been with someone like that? And you hear this, and then you think to yourself, oh my God, they've suffocated. And then half a minute later, very strange. I make strange noises in bed as well, you know. There's an app, those of you with the iPhone 4, or indeed the iPhone, there's an app called Sleep Talk, okay? You can set that up and it will record you if you make any noise at all while you're in bed. And you'll be able to hear yourself snoring. So that's that. Got up Saturday morning, had breakfast, went round to my sister's house, then I went to my sister's to the hairdressers, and all the girls were in there getting ready. You know, there was my sister with these enormous curlers in her hair. You know, she looks like something from another planet. Well, nothing new there, really. You know, something from another planet. My niece was there getting her little wedding hair done. Stacey, who's now my niece-in-law, I suppose you'd call her. She was there getting her hair done, and of course not the best lady. What's that? The maid in charge. I don't know what she's called. It's not French maid, is it? No, that's a pervy thing. Maid of honour. That's it. Is it maid of honour? I think that's what she was doing. And some other girls, they were all in there getting their hair done and what have you. Jimmy, my nephew, was there as well, getting very bored. And in the corner, they had a fish tank where they do these fish pedicures. I mean, I can't think of anything more vile. You know, feet in this, like, glass tank, having little fish nibbled away at your toes and feet, and that's all not nice, is it? Come on. It's not nice at all, really, that fish pedicure thing. So he got bored in there, so we dropped him back at his house. I think, what did we do? I think we went to have something we went to the cake shop, because they got a wonderful cake shop in Woodhall Spa, and it's a real old-fashioned cake shop, you know, all different cakes in a long glass counter, beautiful. So we had a few bits. I had 2 pieces of apple pie, I'm afraid. Apple tart, you know, pastry at the bottom and at the top, love it. And something else, I had this chocolate caramel thing. Jimmy had something, and Ronnie had something as well. And that was it. And then we went back to the hotel, really. We got the suit on, went to the church, we did the wedding. I did one of the readings at the wedding, which was quite nice. And for some reason, after the reading and part of the service was going on, I decided to blow my nose at an inappropriate moment. It was a really loud one, you know. It was a bit like, oh, it's gone all over my hands now. It was one of those, and that got a little sense of amusement in the church, which was quite nice. So that was that, and she looked just beautiful, amazing. There was my nephew's wedding just a few months before, 6 or 7 weeks before rather. And excuse me, Katie, I'm talking here, and they don't care, do they, cats? And this wedding, of course, and they were both fantastic weddings, all going off without a hitch. So we did that, and then what happened? Well, I shall tell you on the next little video, alright? Thank you very much for watching and listening. The email address, if you want to send an email in, is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Don't forget, once again, the best way to subscribe to these videos is to subscribe to my YouTube account, okay? My username is Chris Reardon UK. Chris Reardon UK. I'll see you on the next show. I'll tell you all about the reception. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.